Hello everyone. Now we'll be doing or going over the first homework answers. So if you have not done the first homework yet, please be sure to do it before watching this video, as homeworks are the best way to reinforce the topics that you have learned. So nonetheless, we'll start doing the homework. So the first question is, what is the difference between an int and a float? Int is an integer and a float is a decimal value. So the difference between an int and a float is that int does not have a decimal value after the integer. Next, how do variables work? Variables are basically a container which hold other values inside of it. For example, if we're saying x is equal to 5, right? X is the container, while 5 is the value. And we're basically placing the 5 inside of the container of x. And when we use the variable x, it replaces it with 5. So basically, every single time we call x, since inside the container is 5, it uses the 5. Because the cookies are more important than the container, right? Inside of a inside of a cookie jar, the cookies are obviously more important than the container. So that's why when calling the variable, or x in this scenario, we use the value of 5. And 5 is the value, so we'll be using 5. Here, for the third problem, we'll be doing casting operations. If not possible, say error. So int of 3.8, hopefully you said 3 there because it's a floor function, so it rounds down always. Float of 4, this is basically converting the integer 4 into an int, and that will be 4.0, as it will just be adding a decimal value after it. String as 4.82. 4.82 is a float, right? But string, what it basically does is it adds quotations after it. So here, the value will be quotation mark 4.8 end quotation mark. So it'll be a string or a text at that point. And for this, int, and inside the int is hello as text. This will result in an error. Hello cannot be converted into an int because it's nowhere close to an integer value. So this will result in error. And an e, float, and inside of it is true. This will also result in error because there's no indication of true being a decimal value. So for 4, what is the result of 4 equals to 4? Basically, replace the equals to just equals 2. So what is the result of 4 equals to 4? That is true. And the not equals to, you can just say not equal to, replace it with that. So is 19 not equal to 21? That is true. It is not equal to 21. So that's the homework. So again, thank you so much for doing the homework and sticking up, doing this course. And I'll see you in the next lesson where we do print and input statements.